Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of July 18th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here for you Cancer. Go ahead and get right into it. Now I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Higher Self deck. There are links to both of these decks in the description below. It is still the case that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's see what we have here. Put that there. I'll go ahead and put this up here, and I'll also take 3 of these affirmation cards, and then we'll get into it. All right, Cancer. So, all right, let me make sure we're just set up here. So, Cancer, taking a look here, it's like right now, I feel like there is, how do I say this? The phrase like light and dark is coming forward. It's almost like right now you're sitting in the darkness, but you're moving into the light energy, okay? You're moving into the light. And I mean this in that right now some of you are dealing with like a potentially troubling mental situation. You almost feel like there's no way out or there's no hope, but there is hope on the horizon, is kind of what I feel like saying here. And there is a sort of exciting energy that's coming in the future for you. I think that this could be around your career situation. I think that this could be around maybe even like knowing where you're going to be or knowing where you're going to move or something along those lines. Showing up here on the cards as well. Like, this could involve a move, or this could involve whether it's like a physical relocation or a work move. I think this is what you're sort of kind of having a challenge with right now, but it will get better here. And I'll talk about this more as we go along. So in the overall situation, you have this 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is really this idea that, this person here is kind of having a nightmare. They are going through a struggle. They are going through a challenge right now. And this is the feeling of being sort of in fear mode. This is one of the biggest cards of being fearful. It can also be a major card of anxiety and those sorts of energies. The thing is, with the 9 of Swords, it says that, you are creating fiction in your mind. This is not reality. These thoughts are not actually happening, okay? Whatever is happening in the fiction of your mind in this case. And so when you get the 9 of Swords, it can say that sometimes we make things out to be a lot worse than they actually are. So what I would always like to say is, with the 9 of Swords, can you separate fact from fiction, right? Can you separate fact from fiction when you get that energy? What is right, or what is true, what is not true? And that can really help the mental process out. Now, in the past, you have this Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. You've really wanted to see something get off the ground here with this Ace of Wands energy. Ace of Wands is like the spark of life. It's kind of getting excited, going in a new direction, embracing a new beginning or a new journey in one's life. And the Ace of Wands is really one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card, because it's exciting energy. It's the card that you want to get if you're looking to physically start something in the tarot. And so the problem is it's paired with the Page of Swords here, which the Page of Swords is like is a card that would be annoying to find with the Ace of Wands, because the Page of Swords is potentially about delays or disappointing news. It's almost like in the past here you've been go, 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 you've been excited, you've been ready to see this spark ignite into something big, but just as that has happened, you've maybe received some delay or some disappointing news here that has maybe put you back a little bit, especially because you have this 9 of Swords in the overall situation here, anchoring this reading. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling like has happened here in the past. Wands is the suit of work, career, enterprise. And so it is possible here that like this delay setback has been around a project you've been looking to get off the ground if you're an entrepreneur, a side hustle, or even just a work situation where it's like, man, I wish that this could keep going forward, but for whatever reason, XYZ is happening. Now, in the future, you have the Knight of Wands and the Justice card. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is one of the biggest cards indicating movement in the tarot. You can see this person's charging forward here. And, you know, the Knight of Wands is a card that can come forward when you're ready to move location, like make a zip code, like change your zip code, or even if you're just like looking to like go on a trip, a vacation, or something like that. You know, there's movement here. And there is a sort of distance implied with the Knight of Wands. Like, it may see you like traveling from one side of your country to the other side of your country, or you know, it depends on how much, like what a long distance is for you. For some people, going going 2 cities over is a long distance. It depends on what a long distance is for you. But you know, it can bring about that sort of energy. The Knight of Wands, though, also says that you are a maverick, and I think that this is probably more aligned with this reading. You have so many skills, gifts, talents, and abilities to provide to a workplace. You're a true Swiss Army knife, and to provide to the world as well. And so as this is paired with the Justice card, it's like the Justice card says, listen, if you are acting in your highest accordance, if you are doing the things that you need to be doing, and you're doing your best each and every day, and getting a little bit better each and every day, then there's not much left for you to do, right? And that everything will work out when you get the Justice card, right? Your karma will balance out, and it is the sort of scales tipping out and balancing in your favor type of energy. But remember, the scales can't tip out and balance until you kind of do. Remember this. So karma is just the accumulation of your actions. And so it's all about the actions that you're taking. So that's why I said, like, if you are doing what you need to be doing every day, then there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to be afraid of. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here and see what else we have. So you have the 3 of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. You have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the Sun. All right, so this is very clear to me that this is about your financial security. This is something that you are concerned about, is your financial security. And that's like a totally valid situation to be, that's something that's totally valid to be concerned about that. Especially because things right now just globally are a little bit sort of like, there are a lot of questions right now globally with the economy and everything like that. I'm not going to make the CNBC tarot here, but you know what I'm saying, right? So the thing is, you have 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles with the Sun, which is extremely bright. Okay, that's an extremely bright energy. All of those cards are incredible. You have this 3 of Pentacles. You can see that this person here is sort of working away, finishing up their project here, finishing out their statue. This indicates another card of talent or craftsmanship or artistry in the tarot. The Knight of Wands is more about like pure talent, versus the 3 of Pentacles could be about like artistry. Like, you do something in your workplace, you kind of bring an artist touch to your work and to your workplace. So there's a clear talent here, but the 3 of Pentacles can also indicate colleagues or teamwork or people that you engage with on a kind of a daily basis in your 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So it's almost like maybe there's like some work that you have to do with others that is causing the delay here or causing the disappointment. You have this 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, that is success and wealth in the financial or the material areas of your life. It's hard to find a better combination than that in terms of like the material side, because the 10, first of all, it's like this Nine of Pentacles person, you can see that they are surrounded by abundance here, right? And you can see the pentacles growing around them. That indicates that they've created a very firm, healthy kind of financial situation for themselves. You can see the fruit in tarot represents sustainability. The Nine of Pentacles says that you are more than capable of sustaining yourself without needing help from other people. This person has everything that they need, and they're enjoying luxuries, right? They're enjoying themselves. The thing is, the Ten of Pentacles, that's an even bigger form of this, in that in tarot, you will see as you can see here on the Ace of Pentacles, you can see this castle in the background. So there are castles throughout tarot cards, and you can see in this card, they are in the castle. Okay, they have made it. Castles represent rewards and riches that are yet to come, because they typically are seen in the distance. But and that is the case like with the Ace of Wands, but in this case, like, you're in the castle. So the Ten of Pentacles is like, okay, you've accumulated some abundance here. Now, am I saying we're all going to get rich? No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you can sort of see light at the end of the tunnel here. You can see the path towards the castle. You can see the path towards where you're looking to go, especially because you have the sun as well, which the sun illuminates something. It highlights something important in your life. It is a card of truth. And so it's like, if you are not where you want to be right now materially, which it may be the case because you're stressed here with the Nine of Swords, it's okay, because you have to just deal with where you are now, number one. But number two, it looks like this path is being lit up for you, and it looks like you are finding the way. So let's go ahead and see what we have here in these oracle cards. Okay, so you have oneness. I experience myself in connection with all life. We are all echoes of the same song. And then you have compassion. I validate all of life's expression with compassion. Validating someone's experience of reality is an expression of divine love. Basically holding space for somebody. I understand there are infinite expressions of truth, and because of this understanding, I can release the need for my experience of reality to be the ultimate truth. Everyone is valid in their experience. I empower others by validating their experience and honoring their personal truth. You know, I've been talking about truths. I think this is an important message because, you know, what is true for you is not true for another person, and vice versa, right? Then you have discipline. I lovingly serve what I devote to myself. Discipline serves devotion. So I think, you know, as you are working with others here, as you are working with others here with the Three of Pentacles, is there something that you're maybe just not understanding, like around the delay? Like maybe somebody has a good reason for a situation being delayed, and maybe you're just trying to figure out like why that is or something like that, and coming to that understanding that, you know, maybe I just need to work on my own truths here at this time, something like that coming in here. So you have the Nine of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Ace of Cups. Cancer, this looks very, very good for you. Double aces showing up, actually triple, right? We have the Wands, the Swords, and the Cups. 3 aces is a powerful, powerful, powerful new beginning. So whatever you're stressing about here, I'm not invalidating your emotions here. Stress is a part of life. You know, stress is stress, right? And like everybody's going to have that. But what I am saying is, I think you will look back on this period of time and say, whoa, like this all worked out anyway, right? This situation all worked out. And you're getting this powerful new beginning here, especially with the Knight of Wands showing up, movement forward. Again, you getting good karma here in the future because you've been taking good actions, which is, again, what karma is about. You have the Sun card as well. You're exposing your personal truth. And then the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, right? And so there's, like, I feel like saying that this is like a status update in the journey or in the path of your journey, right? And it seems like you have the green light to go for something. It seems like things are being made way for you to have a lot of success here in the future, especially with this 9 and 10 of Pentacles. So you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you are just really, really hoping, and you've been really, really wishing for an event to happen. As we started this off with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords indicating a delay in the past and you stressing about this, well, the Knight of Pentacles in the future column here, Knight of Pentacles says that results are on the way, and because you've worked hard. The King of Pentacles is also in the castle because they have climbed the career ladder. They have accumulated major success by showing up every day, working hard, and doing the best that they can. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Seven of Pentacles, Cancer. I mean, this is an incredible reading. Long-term success, long-term financial situations, or long-term material situations that you are realizing at this time. On the bottom, you're getting all the Pentacles cards. Wow. Holy Pentacle. You have the Six of Pentacle here. Another card of karma. It's the idea that as you give, you receive. And this is about your financial karma, and you certainly seem to have good energy in that regard. So what I would say is, try to separate untruthful energy from truthful energy here. And I feel like this Nine of Swords energy is something you'll easily be able to worry about. There's also like multiple forms of stress. There's like eustress, which is good stress, and then there's the other stress. I feel like you're dealing with eustress, which is like what you experience when you are working towards your goals. And so the future is extremely bright for you, Cancer. Keep moving forward. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.